Urban Gameplay, bringing you the most explosive gaming review on the planet.
Yo, what's good, peeps? It's time for an Urban Gameplay review, and for this video, I wanted to take a look at the long-anticipated title, Mass Effect Andromeda. We've been waiting nearly 5 years for BioWare to come up with a new entry for the incredibly popular sci-fi RPG trilogy that many gamers or fans of the series felt ended up having a rather lackluster and disappointing ending that the internet literally tore apart. After this new entry in the series, will it be a step in the right direction for BioWare, or have they made the same mistakes all over again? Well, I definitely will certainly have a closer look throughout the review to address some of those points. Since my personal introduction to the series with Mass Effect 2, I've been such a major fan of the franchise, so couldn't wait to play the latest entry. Before I dive into the actual review, I must confess that I haven't actually finished the game as of yet, but I've put a hefty amount of hours into the gameplay, so I definitely have enough to form my own opinion and definitely give you some food for thought.
Story.
Yo, first of all, let's take a quick look at possibly the most important part of the entire game, the story. If you have any idea of what's happened at the end of the trilogy, it's understandable why the story is no longer focusing on Commander Shepard and has instead moved on to a new crew and cast of characters. Your new crew members, which consist of a number of different alien races from the original trilogy, go and travel light years away to find a new galaxy and what waits within. Without dropping any major spoilers, you can consider it a recon mission of sorts, with you leading a charge on each of the many planets you soon land on. As time goes on, the story develops more and more and eventually comes to the conclusion about what is happening to your galaxy and the universe, and where you play your part in all of this is going to be developed and built with every new mission and planet you conquer. For me personally, one of the main problems with the story that I found is the lack of new alien races and interesting characters. Mass Effect is a franchise that is well known for its interesting characters and alien races, yet we're only treated to a couple new ones, with only one of them joining your squad. To me, it makes little sense in a universe where there are so many different races. We somehow managed to encounter many of the same races that were in our original galaxy, the Milky Way. To make matters a little bit worse, another small gripe that I have is the individual characters themselves aren't really all that interesting if you've played the previous trilogy. Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3 all had characters that you wanted to get to know and understand their story, about why they are with you and what they can bring to the team. This new group of characters are hard to really care about, and it makes them feel a little bit expendable, a feeling that you don't really want to experience in a game such as Mass Effect or even just a story-based game. Overall, disregarding some of my gripes, I must admit the story is still pretty well told, but I guess with my high expectations from the previous Mass Effect game, I definitely just wanted that extra fine-tuning.
Gameplay.
The gameplay has been refined to a fair degree and has effectively improved on some of the best aspects of the combat back in Mass Effect 3. Your special abilities are all awesome and fun to use, as is the rest of the weapons that you can access throughout the game. Not only that, but you also have access to a jump jet that allows you to jump around long distances and over cover to quickly flank the last enemy, instead of just standing around hoping that he pops out of cover eventually. I must admit, despite how much I've enjoyed the addition of being able to actually jump this time around, the jumping puzzles really don't fit the game that well, and it makes trying to do precise jumpings annoyingly difficult. Overall, I do still find the gameplay fun and superbly challenging. Certainly brings me back to the epic Commander Shepard days when you're on the battlefield with your crew.
Positives.
Moving into the positives, aesthetically the game does look rather stunning, and each planet you'll find you and your party landing on for the first time will definitely be a beautiful and incredible experience, especially so when you realize just how much open space there is for you to explore at your own discretion. As I mentioned during the gameplay section of the review, the combat in Mass Effect Andromeda is a part of the game that I thoroughly enjoy. It's really fully immerses you into the game whilst making you think rapidly on your toes, and definitely is such a great experience when you're definitely fighting against all these various aliens.
Negatives.
Moving into the negatives, for me personally, I do feel that there's definitely a problem with the game's writing. It really does pull away from the enjoyment of the entire game. The original trilogy in Mass Effect had some absolutely incredible writing, and it really quite concerning to see the writing in this state that it's definitely in. Don't get it twisted, the writing for the game isn't exclusively bad, not even in the slightest. It's just that more often than not, you've got a dialogue that makes the characters feel boring and robotic at times. For me, also another gripe that I do have is kind of the animation for the game itself. Sometimes it definitely does look a little bit stiff and it feels a little bit unengaging at times. Definitely something that I feel that they really need to address.
final verdict.
Yo, for me overall, Mass Effect Andromeda has some great gameplay and new mechanics that has definitely changed the series for the better. Despite many positive changes and some great looking aesthetics and graphics, the game has some real flaws when it comes to the writing and the characters. I must admit, I enjoyed my time with Mass Effect Andromeda, but in comparison to the original trilogy, it doesn't quite live up to the same standards. Knowing this, I still feel the game is worth a recommendation. You just need to be aware that this game isn't quite as good as the original trilogy and that hardcore fans of the franchise might find themselves being a little bit disappointed. If this is your first outing into the Mass Effect universe, I have to say that you certainly can't go wrong with this title if you know what you're getting yourself in for at the start of the new story arc. Anyway peeps, thanks for sitting through this very quick gaming review of Mass Effect Andromeda. Have you had the chance to play this game as of yet, and what's your current thoughts? If you like this quick review, feel free to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. And until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.